Last Friday, Kelly and I talked about our favorite movies. It's probably safe to say that all of us here in the studio and all of you watching from home have a fave film.
Yeah, so we asked a few people to tell us something special about a movie that they love, that they can watch over and over and over and over again. Take a look.
And this is gonna age me, but I'm a preacher's kid. And my favorite movie is still the first movie I ever saw, The Ten Commandments. Yul Brynner, Charlton Heston, Edward G. Robinson, the whole gang was in it. And it had an intermission. That's the longest movie I've ever seen. No movie has an intermission, but I loved it, and I'll still watch it today whenever I get a chance.
Cecil B. DeMille's The Ten Commandments in Technicolor.
I think my favorite movie of all time has to be The Wizard of Oz. It's just such a beautiful movie. I love fantasy movies like that. I love going to that place, that happy Oz place, but then realizing that everything that you really need is with you already. I think that's a great message. And my son loves The Wizard of Oz, except for the witch.
Well, my little pretty, I can cause accidents too.
I know you're not going to be surprised by my favorite movie of all time. Let me let you guess. The hills are alive with the sound of music. When Maria Von Trapp does the big circle on top of the hill and sings that song, that had me not only in as an audience member, but it made me want to be a singer. So my favorite movie of all time, The Sound of Music. I also love Inglourious Bastards, but you didn't ask me this part.
What's up, everybody? My name is Julius Randle from the New York Knicks. And I have to say my favorite movie of all time had to be Any of the Fridays. That was just a classic growing up as a kid. Something to bring the whole house together, make us all laugh.
It's been a while, but I still love that movie, Life is Beautiful. And I remember when Roberto Benigni won that Oscar, jumping onto his chair and heading down the aisle. The role he played, the father shielding his son from the horrors all around them, still so moving, so powerful.
One of my favorite movies, which I revisited just recently actually, is Jerry Maguire. It is the perfect combination of comedy and love and heart, and stars some of the most amazing people. Regina King, who is the Grande Dame, as far as I'm concerned, and Renée Zellweger, who is now a really good friend of mine. And so, rewatching that recently, my heart was filled with butterflies and happiness. Yeah, I'm a sucker for love stories.
My favorite movie of all time has got to be Karate Kid. Man, when Daniel's son hurts his knee and Mr. Miyagi does the hand thing, and then the announcer goes, Daniel LaRusso's gonna fight. Daniel LaRusso's gonna fight.
Daniel LaRusso's gonna fight? Daniel LaRusso's gonna fight!
Best movie of all time, Karate Kid. Look, I'm getting goosebumps. Sorry, my mask is so dirty. That's kind of gross, but definitely Karate Kid.
Hey Kelly, hey Ryan. Okay, so my favorite movie growing up was Little Darlings because of the opening scene with Christy McNichol where she's getting harassed by this guy, and then she turns around, she gets this big smile on her face, and she kicks him straight in the groin, and then saunters off and hops into what was at the time one of the coolest convertibles I'd ever seen. Truly formative.
Let me just tell you, I mean, movies are all about what do I remember, not just when I leave the theater, but years later.
I would have to say my favorite all-time movie would be
The Godfather 1.
The Godfather 1 and 2. Truly exceptional. I mean, Al Pacino and Robert De Niro.
Brando was the Godfather. That's just what it's all about.
Francis Ford Coppola directing, shot here in New York.
I don't even think it was acting at a certain point. It was just that we were kind of peeking into the mob world of what the family was all about.
So I'm a big fan of The Godfather.
The whole thing, it just worked. It was a fabulous movie.
Possibly, in my opinion, the greatest movie ever made.
One of my favorites.
Hey guys, you know, there's so many great movies, but my favorite movie of all time is this, Cop Out. Now, Bruce Willis and Tracy Morgan were technically the stars, but the real star to me was Miguel, a muy caliente waiter, played by this guy.
They killed her sister. Her brother, he paid a man to get her across the border. When she was going to cross, the coyote sold her out.
Consuelos, you beautiful SOB, you did it again. Cop Out, rock out with your Glock out. My favorite.
Yes, Jimmy Kimmel had the right pick. I totally forgot about MC there in that one.
It was a showstopper.
It really was.
Oddly enough, he did not receive an Academy Award nod that year.
There's always next year.